This week's episode is brought to you by Cake Chemistry Cakes.
Cake Chemistry Cakes has officially launched and shipping is available nationwide. There are 6 different flavors to choose from. I know my personal favorite is the Funfetti cookie. What about you, Solomon?
I will have to go with just the normal chocolate chip cookie. It's a very elevated traditional chocolate chip, and probably my favorite part is the crisp edge and that soft, chewy center.
I'm here for the CBC, the cookie butter cookie. That one has the infused cookie with little milk chocolate chips. It's so good. For all the cookie lovers out there that are interested in buying, check out the website and make your purchase. You can use our code, He Said, We Said. That's all together. He Said, We Said at checkout for 10% off your order.
Percocet, Miley Percocet, Percocet, Miley Percocet, represent, gotta represent, chase a chick, never chase a.
Hey, what's up? My name's Kiara.
This is Leah.
Solo.
And you are listening to He Said, We Said. Back again. Another beautiful October day. Although it's kind of humid outside.
Not my cup. This morning. Well, I went for a walk. And actually
what's this morning? 7? 8?
No, this morning was 8:30, 8:45.
Okay. You went for a run, though. Okay.
Well, it started off as a walk. You know, because Sundays is my day to just, chill kind of, not work out. But we're doing the little ring close challenge. So I started off walking a mile. Then I was just like, I'm ready to be done. I'm not about to walk.
So you closed your ring?
Close the exercise ring.
Solomon is so fraud, y'all. So
I'm not.
When we were first talking about doing this challenge, Solomon was the main one. I don't think I'll be able to do that. I don't know about that. I don't know. Now all of a sudden, Solomon's in the lead. He's probably going to win.
Is it like the number of times you close all of them?
How many times you close all your rings? Yeah. He hasn't missed a day yet in the month of October. Troy and I have missed 2.
I'm going to tell you what changed it for me. One, just getting the 30-minute walk will close the green ring. I used to be, because sometimes I would walk. I was like, why isn't this fucking ring closing?
You have to get your heart rate up a certain amount.
So I figured out how to do that. Because usually when I run, I'm like, damn, I got to run for 30 minutes in this bitch. So I was like, I'm not doing that for all October. Plus, October was busy. I was just like, I'm going to be caught slipping.
Sure.
But once I figured out, okay, I could just walk the 30 and be good, I was like, all right, I might be able to do it.
So at this point, the competition is over.
You got it. Man.
You got it.
Over, man.
You got 2 days.
I might be able to
You got 2 days.
I might be able to be caught slipping.
Anyway, Solomon's going to win $50.
Each?
No. We lowered it. So it would have been 100.
Okay.
It would have been 100. Now it's 25. And I'm just like, it's $25 fucking dollars. I don't give a damn no more. Like, if I don't feel like working out,
DoorDash got it in fees.
You know.
Look, it is what it is.
Hey, couple free episodes.
Lord.
Anything going on with you guys?
Not much.
We went to the Greek festival, actually.
Oh, okay.
Wait, y'all did?
We went. Yeah. We ended up going.
Wait, what you mad about?
Listen, Solomon came to my house yesterday. No,
that was just all laid out, tired. I'm like, what y'all been doing? They just, old girl.
What time was it?
I came after the game, so this is about 3.
Yeah, it's
4.
like 3 or 4.
I think I left about 4:45.
Oh wow, they real fake because they was there not that long after.
We literally.
I gotta go. It's been a long morning. Whatever.
So we went,
and then I thought, it was getting ready for the wedding. Right? It takes time to get ready for the wedding. Wedding was at 7. I left damn near at 5. Y'all still went to the Greek Fest?
So listen, you were talking so much about it's so nice outside. It's nice. So like Brittany was like, I'm not opposed to like going out. I was like, well, I know some of my line sisters are going to a Greek festival. She was like, Greek? Y'all still do that? I was like, not that Greek. Opah Greek. Yeah. So we were just like, let's just throw something on, get out, see some air, see some people. And we had a good time. We were there much longer than we anticipated. Like because the wedding started at 7. She was told to get there for 8. This is a Nigerian traditional wedding. So culturally, Nigerians are usually, I guess, late. I hate to say that. I don't know if that's politically correct, but I guess it's like a known thing that it's not going to start on time, that the guests are not going to arrive on time.
Okay.
So everyone was just like, girl, get there at 9, get there at 10, 11,
and were
whatever.
they going to do like both the African and the traditional
The
wedding?
traditional already happened. The bride is Black American. The groom is the one that's Nigerian.
The white one.
Yes, the white wedding. excuse me, yes, the American traditional wedding already happened.
Okay.
So this was just
this
the
is
Nigerian,
one,
yes, traditional. Yes. And it was mostly his family because she's not from Texas.
Okay.
So my friend got there at 10 o'clock and apparently she got there right on time.
Well,
Damn. Now that's crazy. But
I mean,
I'm glad she
it worked out. We left probably around 8:30. I think it was about
y'all
8:30.
left around 8:30. We we ended up going across the street to Present Company. So.
Now that's the one off of Westheimer?
Westheimer, yeah.
Okay, I was like, damn, I can't remember where
the festival was popping.
There's a
lot of people there.
Where
they ran out of food.
Montrose, you said, right?
Is it at the Catholic, the Greek Orthodox Cathedral? I think that's the name of it. I don't know, but it's right there, basically off of Yukon, in between Montrose and Westheimer, in that little bucket.
But no, it was more people that I thought it was gonna be. But I've never been, so I was just like, okay, well, I don't really know what to expect, so whatever, I'll get there. Then I get there and it's just like traffic everywhere, people everywhere. Boys was complaining about the food. But I finally got me a parking spot, so I was okay.
Yeah, they ran out of food. They were not anticipating the crowd, so they only had like sausage on a stick, some Greek salads. The euros were gone, and they were only like $7 or $8. Yeah, they ran out of baklava. There's a lot of stuff they ran out of, but they didn't run out of wine. They had plenty of wine.
I figured, yeah. Right.
We had a few bottles. So yeah, I was at Present Company with y'all for what, 10, 15 minutes, maybe. Yeah. And then Brittany, my friend and I left. Hey, Brittany. Let's go ahead and move into stuff that happened this week, starting with Dave Chappelle. He has a new special out. It's on Netflix. Did you guys check it out?
Nope.
I know you did.
Man, I actually checked it out one night. Ended up just falling asleep on it.
It was that bad.
Did you?
It was just late.
I thought I heard good things.
I saw it the next morning though. I enjoyed it. It was cool. Of course, it was heavily skewed towards the LGBT community, talking about trans and things like that. I didn't think it was as distasteful as people tried to make it. Well, the media tried to make it seem. There was a message in it all. He was pretty much just talking about how, Black people and their progress with their civil rights and the LGBT community and how fast they've been able to progress and how their struggle seems to be held with a little bit more weight than Black people's struggles, or even how the trans will never forget that they are. Well, there was a joke about a trans woman and how, even faced with adversity, they'll never forget that they're essentially a white man, and having that privilege. So there were some points. And I mean, at the end of the day, you just gotta think about it like, okay, that's an interesting way to think about it. You're thinking outside of the box. You're trying to be witty and trying to be funny. I didn't like the way he was always trying to say, and I love gay people, and it sounded like, but
because you don't.
Well, I mean, he doesn't hate them. What
He's
he
homophobic,
hates is,
in my opinion.
Well, I don't know the man, but like I said, as far as the humor and the comedy, I enjoyed this one a little bit more
than that last one that he did in Austin.
Last one, yeah.
Okay.
Wait, this is what, the fourth one from Netflix?
I don't know. I do remember seeing the last one that I saw. I think it was maybe filmed right before the pandemic, but it aired in the pandemic.
What's my man? One that got choked out. In Wisconsin. What's my guy? Floyd. Shit.
Okay.
That stand up.
You're talking about the one that he did right after George. That
was the last one, right?
That wasn't a Netflix thing though. That was just something separate. He put on his page.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. I saw. Was that the one where I might be confusing something, but was that the one where he was showing in the very beginning everybody doing their COVID screens or tests or whatever? Yeah, and it was 10 minutes. Yeah,
the last one I saw that was with Netflix was he was getting some kind of award. And so it showed behind the scenes stuff. He was doing stand up, but they would show his family. They showed him at some studio or comedy club in DC. They talked about his upbringing. I forget what award he was getting, but like there were like musical acts, like I think Common and Erykah Badu sung for him. I don't remember what that was called. He always loves to
go into that bag of his.
I think the Roots may have done something. I don't
backpack rap. Like he even had an intro on this one, but it was funny. I enjoyed it. It was. It was some shit to have laughing giggles too.
Okay.
So I did have it on my list to check out because I did see, I guess, all of the media backlash to it. And I was like, okay, well, I'll just try to check it out for myself. Still haven't made it to it, but it's on the list.
My only question is, are these stories that you be telling do they really happen like that?
Yeah.
It's like you got a story for everything. But I guess, being a celebrity, you might just have that.
Or, you're comedian, whatever. So you could probably make up some stuff too.
You can probably make up some stuff or take from somebody else's experience.
Who's gonna check you?
Yeah, and that's my thing. He was talking about cancel culture, and it's just like, bro, you're 50 something.
I feel like all his stand-ups are about cancel culture.
At some age, it's like you've done everything you need to do in this lifetime. I mean, who gives a at the end of the day?
Dave Chappelle's not gonna get canceled. He'll have people upset every special, and you have people who are gonna love him for being so brave. Oh, he's saying the stuff that you're not supposed to say. Okay, all right.
But it wasn't that distasteful, like to
you.
That bad.
I mean, people gotta have stuff to talk about though. So. If somebody is upset about it, there's an audience for it. Like there's a group of people, subset of people that's just like, no, I would never.
Yeah. I've just learned, like you just said, like everyone's, tastes and perspectives and stuff are different. So like, somebody may be like, oh, that wasn't that racist. They didn't say the N-word. And it's like, you don't necessarily have to say certain things in order for it to be racist or distasteful or whatever. So,
right.
Dave Chappelle going Dave Chappelle. Let's see here. Let's talk about this NBA scandal that I hope Solomon knows a little bit more about than me. Basically, there's 10 plus former basketball players.
Like 18.
They have been using the health and wellness program to their advantage.
It's like some type of insurance claim or benefits program with the NBA in which they were getting surgeries or something like that covered. And so I didn't look too much into it. I did see some of the key names that were involved in it. But I think it was just folks being sloppy. They were using the same they were following like the same claims with the same medical reports and the doctors, and I think one of the claims they were saying they were getting like some dental work done, and like everybody, it was like 6 of the players had the same dental work that they were supposedly getting done on the same day. It was just sloppy work, man. But I think it was Terrence Williams that was head of it all. So I can't remember how much money they defrauded them out of, but 16 out of the 18 are in jail.
Wait a second.
Arrested.
Hold on. What?
Yeah.
So they have health plans? What is this?
Man.
Like, so they're retired or they're out of the league?
I think this was during their time in the league, right?
Okay.
Oh, was it? I didn't know that. I thought it was after.
So when we say defrauding, like who took the money? The players? Like they were saying like they were getting, so you're saying they were saying they had some kind of health surgery or some kind of work. They put a claim for it to get the money, and the money stayed with them. Is that what happened?
Something like that, yes.
Don't they make enough money to not think about that?
That's what I'm thinking. I'm even looking up, because Shannon Brown was one of the ones were accused of this. I just looked up his net worth. This is saying in 2021 it was around $8 million. I don't know how big Shannon may have been back in the day, or if his net worth should have been more than this. But it's like, why did you feel like this was something you should do and not get caught with? Like, isn't this a felony?
Yeah. I mean, federal charges, yes, you're about to fed time. But
I'm so confused. Am I really that poor where it's just like, is that money? That much money for them?
Yeah. So these are like healthcare reimbursement claims. So I'm guessing sort of like your flex card or whatnot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so they was just like...
And you're saying that you're paying out of pocket so that you can get reimbursed through whatever PPP program or whatever.
That is insane. Look, times are not that tough. If
that's what I'm trying to think about.
Given the opportunity to get $1 million. $1 million.
I've brought down my goal of like what's a lot of money so much. Like, don't give me like half of whatever they were making. Like, I wouldn't even be thinking about that.
Yeah, but some people, they often hear that or they get that money and they're like, oh shit, this is probably it. This is all I'm gonna get. I need to flip it.
Because they be living these lavish lifestyles.
Yeah.
If y'all were to not try to get a new Bentley every 2-3 years, or buying girlfriends $200,000 and $300,000 gifts for their birthdays and whatnot, maybe you wouldn't have to figure out ways to scheme every so often. A few million.
And I mean, it really just boils down to your advisors, your counselors, your accountant, your agent. You know, these kind of people should be in communication with you to let you know. I'm pretty sure they do have programs and, you know, like seminars for them about being conscientious of their money, but
it sounds like someone advised them to do it.
Oh, well, you know, you hear one people say, nigga, all
my
you got to do is
yes.
go to this doctor, say you're getting this dental work, they gonna pay you back. Once one person get the money, word starts spreading, it's nothing to get people on board. And I'm pretty sure whoever was head of it was probably like, yeah, just give me like 15% of whatever.
That is insane.
Now, my thing is, I'm just wondering who blew the whistle.
I want to know that too, but also I want to know how much they were getting, because I saw it was reported $4 million, but I wasn't sure if that was $4 million each or $4 million total of funds that have been manipulated. Because if it's just $4 million total between 18 players, that's chump change. So it's like, were y'all needing for money that bad? Where y'all each got what? I don't know, 800. Would that be about 800,000 or less? I don't know the math.
Like
I'm not
that.
a math girl,
I don't feel like doing it. But like, no, I agree. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Was it? Hopefully, it's not in aggregate $4 million. Like, hopefully, it's more than that, right?
I don't understand.
Like over maybe over how many years too?
I mean, but like, I ain't too good for a good 250K. You tell me I can get a 250K.
But like, we talking about like you signed a contract to be with this team for a few million. What's $200,000 over 4 years or something like that? Yes, like. Well, if you gonna do it, make sure it's a lot of money.
But see, that's the thing. It seemed like a legit scheme. Motherfuckers just was getting sloppy. Like, you can't submit the same paperwork for 6 different players on the same damn day with the same damn insurance.
Is that what was happening?
It was one claim like that. They were just like, oh, well, y'all pretty much just, you know, that's like cheating off your friend and, nigga, my paper on top of his paper.
Yeah.
Like, nigga, put the shit on the bottom of the stack.
Tell these people how to cheat. Tell these people how to fraud.
I'm just saying, like,
you sound like if you gonna do it right.
Put it on the next day.
Don't let me go into my whole, you know, wanting to get away with shit, you know. But no. I'm just saying they got a little sloppy with it, and boom, you know. Once they found one person, it wasn't hard to just, all these claims look the same. This is the same doctor signing off, and
I can only imagine the person.
The same 6 surgeries on the same 6 days with the same 6 fucking teeth, or some stupid shit like that.
Okay.
So
I can imagine if I was the one that found it. I mean, they probably got a nice little chunk of change. If you was the one that found it from the NBA, like,
interesting.
Right.
Keep going.
It is what it is. I'll follow the story.
Okay.
And see what, the updates are.
Because I feel like it can't be just 18. At this point, it can't be 18. No way.
Oh, speaking of.
16 of them were arrested.
No. I'm saying like it can't be.
Only
Work harder.
18. Yeah.
There has to be more.
It's a thing. It sounds like a thing.
And you know what's so crazy? It's like, these are the biggest names out there. You know, it's like, where's that one big fish? You feel me? Like, don't let that motherfucker.
No, if I'm a big fish, what you say? No.
You know,
I got plenty. Hopefully not, right? Because I got too much money for that. Like, imagine if it came out like LeBron with not to say that he's included in this, but like somebody that big.
These players are just about the right popularity. Wasn't making. Let me not shit on, millionaires. They're making millions. But
I thought Shannon, aside from him marrying Monica, like, I knew who he was before that. Maybe it was because I thought he was cute, but like, I thought Shannon at one point was not necessarily, obviously not LeBron or Dwayne Wade or something. Just
looking at Carmelo's net worth. If he was that, what do you think that nigga was getting?
Okay.
And I thought that was low for Melo. What was it, 120?
I think it was something like that. Was it 120? I gotta look that up again.
120 million?
I thought he was worth maybe 30 or so. I think it was. What is his net worth?
I mean, I could see players
160
of this caliber making that much.
160.
You know?
160 million.
Yeah, I mean, I guess maybe he had a lot of endorsements too. Carmelo.
Oh yeah.
And he was running around with LeBron and Dwayne Wade. Aren't the three of them friends? Or at one point they were. So maybe LeBron gave him some insights on investing this. Who knows? I don't know.
So you're looking at players who probably net worth about what, 5 to 10? Maybe 20
if I had
on the
5
high.
to 10 million as a net worth, I'm telling y'all would not see me again. Y'all would not see me again.
The threshold is so low for when I would disappear.
Man,
and y'all scheming for more?
Like, look.
Man, I remember talking to somebody at the watch party, and they were just like talking about Spencer Rattler, and you know how they have the image, name, and likeness or whatever. And so they're getting paid or whatever. They were like, "Oh man, he's probably getting like a million right now or something like that." She's like. And I heard some girl that it's just $1 million. I was just like,
it ain't never just gonna be just $1 million for me.
Well, call me broke, because I would kill for $1 million right now.
Name it like it.
Okay.
That reminds me of Tina Turner. She just sold her name and likeness to somebody.
Really?
Tina Turner did?
Tina Turner, yeah.
So how do you do that? I don't get it.
I guess it's just kind of like the
rights.
rights.
Whenever they want, huh?
Yeah.
So I guess because, I mean, I know that she's older now, but maybe she's thinking like if something were to happen to her, that person would be able to continue to make money off of her name.
Use her music, all that kind of stuff.
And there may be some kind of exchange of,
I'd be like, at least give me a percentage. Give me like 5.
Who, Tina?
Yeah.
She ain't got no kids, I don't think. Or her kids are dead. Something like that.
I mean, she's got extended family, no?
I mean, she ain't a fool with them. She don't even live in the States.
So you just know Tina.
I got her on speed dial.
So basically.
I got her on speed dial.
Shit, well, my bad. Okay. Well.
I mean, I obviously don't know, but she does not live in the States. She's a citizen of, I think, of Switzerland. I know for sure one of her children committed suicide. I think some of the other kids were Ike's and not hers. And so there was a rift. I don't know. I mean, she just had her special, I think, over the summer.
So she sold it to BMG for $50 million.
Wow, okay.
So she's like, what, 80 years old? And then she just got $50 million. So, and that's what people were saying, like, why would she do that? It should have been more. And it's like, well, maybe. But if you, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you are her, though, it's just like, how much? Sounds good. Okay. And now I'll be... And BMG will like keep me going.
Yeah, for sure. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that. I wanted to say, if anything was,
I was gonna say if anyone needs to
sold your soul to the devil, then you fit your bill. Nah, let me stop.
Okay, so before we move on from this NBA scandal, there is a special on Netflix called Bad Sport. Okay. And I guess it just kind of focuses in on different players and maybe scandals or something like that. I don't know. The first episode is about my cousin, so you guys check it out.
I did see that.
Headache. His dad was his name. He's not like a big like basketball player.
Street ball player, Headache.
I don't know.
What's his name?
Headache. I don't know. My daddy told me watch this special. It's about your cousin.
His, like government.
Oh, it's about him.
It's about him.
Ooh.
Or I was like, is he in it or is it about him? He said it's about him. I didn't watch it.
Okay. I'll check it out.
Okay,
well, it's about like bad stories that happen to people.
Basically, where they got played. Yeah. So.
Okay.
Yes. Shout out to my cousin.
Look at y'all. Y'all got some slabs up in there. How's the other brother doing?
You're talking about Peyton?
Yeah. The quad.
Oh, yeah, he's good. He is in BMW or BMF, whatever.
Oh, are you watching BMF?
I'm not watching it.
How many episodes are there?
I think they're on the 3rd episode.
Okay, because y'all was really boosting it.
Well,
people was like, y'all not watching BMF, and I've been hearing that for so long. It's like, I only see one episode.
Is it on Stars or Showtime or neither?
Stars.
Okay.
But here's the thing. So you know how like all of Power and the Power subsequent shows, they just have this feel to it, like this fake ass, ridiculous, scenarios and things like that.
Yeah.
This just kind of doesn't have that vibe. And then you also kind of know how big they're going to be. Like,
so it feels real because it is kind of real.
It's based on whatever, right?
Yeah,
like they say that in the beginning. that it's based on something.
Yeah.
So I caught the first 5 minutes.
So it was entertaining. And then you got Meech's son playing, Big Meech. So it's like,
oh, really?
Okay, yeah. I was just going to check it out.
Okay.
But now you hooked. You like
if I was paying for stars, nigga, take my money.
So here's my thing. I'm like, have we ran out of ideas for shows?
Drugs.
It's similar.
Everything is the drug, all that stuff, and that's fine, I guess, for you. Scarface, what's the Scarface, and what are some other kind of movies called? I get it.
Mexican cartels and drug cartels.
I'm like, can we get some diversity? Like, I don't know. I'm just kind of over
African
it.
Drug deal.
I don't want
no drug deal. We got plenty drugs.
I'm just saying, like.
I don't even need an Insecure type show. I think what I appreciated about a show like How to Get Away with Murder, in the beginning at least, was that it was just so different. Like there was nothing else that was like it, and it kept you on your toes. And I'm just like, I just need another creative show that's gonna make me want to watch every week. And I just feel like the people have just gotten lazy.
That is how it feels. And I think I know what you're saying. So some of what I felt kind of waiting for How to Get Away with Murder, and I'll even give Scandal the proper
Scandal too, yes,
like notice or whatever kind of love that it deserves. But it was in the beginning for sure. They went downhill on that one crazy season, but like in the beginning it was just like, wow, never seen this before. But now it's just like, oh, everybody, kind of Scandal-esque.
And then they all follow the same storyline. It's like, oh, okay, this inspiring young Black or young individual wants to get into the drug game. You get into the drug game, you get your head bucked a little bit, bless you. And then you find crack. How many times do we have to tell the story of crack being big in the 80s? You know what I'm saying? Lord. And then, okay, you get rise to the power. And then you've got the narc or the undercover agent that's going to flip somebody that's been tailing them. And then you got the competing territory. It's the same story.
It's the same thing. And even for Power, I'll give Power a little bit of credit at the beginning, but it was just with Empire also happening, and they're kind of within the same, like they're not the same, but they were kind of similar.
They were similar enough.
Yeah. And then you had like Insecure and Atlanta coming out at the same time. And although those were different, they still kind of felt familiar with each other as well. I'm just kind of over it. I'm just like, I'm getting bored again. Y'all are going to have me stop watching TV, except for my Housewives. So yeah, I don't know. Oh, you were into Housewives, by the way.
No, here's my thing. No.
Beverly Hills on top of that.
Were you?
What was I going to do? Come in there and say change the channel? But my thing is this, with those kind of shows, aren't they just as repetitive?
Yes, but here's the difference.
Staged?
Here's the difference. We knew what we're getting ourselves into. This is a reality TV show about rich women, right?
Yes.
So there's going to be a reoccurring theme. When you have a scripted television show, you have the ability to make it whatever you want it to be. So I need y'all to be creative and give me something that's worth watching versus something that I know what I'm getting into. We're here for the mess. Like,
I'm not the biggest Housewives fan myself, but at the same time, I guess it's kind of like a brand. It's a theme. That would almost be like, why is Power and Kanan and Ghost or whatever, why are they similar? I think it's kind of like, it's similar because it's kind of branching off from the same thing, and it's a brand.
But it just seemed, I guess back then when they initially were doing all this reality TV shows and things like that, it kind of felt like maybe it could be real, like, and not scripted. Granted, these are real people living real lives, but it just, I'm not even going to say it just seems. It's scripted.
I will say The Housewives is one of the
drama,
ones
scripted.
No. There may be situations that are planted by the cast, though. Bravo Housewives is one of the few reality shows where they are not on some, okay, stop, let's see you do that again kind of a thing. Where like your VH1, Love and Hip Hops, all that other stuff is definitely 100% manufactured. But Housewives, they'll do stuff like, we're going to have this party. Kenya may leak something to the tabloids to get people talking about it. So like manipulative stuff on the cast, not production. Literally saying, okay, this is what we're going to do today. And then y'all, I want you to say this. And then I want you to fire her and da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah,
I can't tell.
But, it was refreshing.
You enjoyed it.
The Housewives was refreshing. Is that what we're saying?
Is that
like what's going on?
Solomon watches these shows. He loves these shows.
Garcelle's trying to fit in with these.
Lord,
these white girls and is upset why she doesn't fit in. Do we gotta spell it out for you, girl?
Hold on, wait. I saw something about her sitting at a table with them and then explaining it. I don't know how I saw that. But was that the episode you saw?
Pretty much. I think, wasn't that the episode?
I missed what you said.
They were sitting at the table and she was like kind of explaining to them that like it's not always or like being in my shoes on this show, like being
no,
that's
that
not
wasn't the episode.
But there was a clip that came on where I saw
they showed a clip of that. Yeah. No, that wasn't it.
Was there for
so you need
we saw the finale.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Solomon, he loves Love and Marriage, Huntsville.
I mean,
he loves Ready to Love.
The only thing I was thinking about watching it, I was just like, I understand marriage. You gotta like get into each other's stuff. Like we'll watch my show, we'll watch your show, and I was just like, she gonna have to pick a season. I'm not gonna be able to do all these seasons.
But Solomon, see, you've already come out though and said that you've been watching.
Look,
and I feel like I've been in the space with you too, and you've just been watching, whatever is on. So you can tell your wife, like, pick a season.
All right, we've got to compromise and watch.
She watches all the damn OU games on Saturdays.
She ain't doing that, and I'm not gonna force her to do that.
She's gonna do it. She's gonna
First off, she definitely would.
And she's probably making you a sandwich while you watch too.
If you are watching the games with me,
because that's important to Solomon,
that must mean that you don't want me to go nowhere and leave. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, what? Aren't you already at the house?
I'm about to be with the bros, or the OU.
Oh, so you're not home when the games come on.
So that's why that don't even count for you.
On Sundays.
Nah, you don't. You don't have every Saturday to go watch with the boys.
What?
Maybe once a month. When you marry, you need to move a little different. That's a fact.
I'll take the kids, but we're gonna go watch the game.
Okay, if you take the kids.
Who knows? Who knows? I'm just saying, like, if
you're gonna be caught up on every
relationship. No, we're not watching.
Don't know all the drama.
You already know half of. You knew what I was talking about, and I didn't even know what I was talking about.
It literally took one sitting to catch up. But then, I was asking questions. I didn't know what was going on.
Asking questions, engaged. You want to know the background.
All I know is you were able to help me out just now. So
it's okay.
It'll be a quick watch for you, and it'll be your thing. Don't worry.
All right, y'all. I'm not even about to feed y'all that.
Okay, well, you know what? You said feed, and this is going to segue into our next story. To make a very long story short, there was a person who was asked to be the wedding photographer for their friend's wedding. Yes. The friend was desperate. They did not have a lot of money. And so after a lot of back and forth, this guy agreed to take the pictures on the wedding day for about $200, something like that. So while he's there at the wedding, it's been, I think, 8 hours at this point. There's no air conditioning. He has not eaten anything. He was denied a plate at the reception. So he asked if he could just dip out for 20 minutes, go pick up some food, some more drink, and come back. The friend told him that he can just leave, period, that there's no need for them to, debate about this. And so then the photographer just deleted all of the wedding pictures in front of them. So the question is, were they justified in that action? Would you have deleted the pictures? Would you still have sent the pictures?
Yeah.
What would you have done?
Them.
Oh, damn. So you just right on board.
I probably would delete them. Or I would say that I was going to delete them. Maybe I would think about it a few days later and give him some or whatever. But like, do I think that he's justified? Yes. Yeah. He had the gall to do that, and he was just like, look, y'all been playing me all day. I think it was like $250. Like, I've been here 8 hours, $250, and y'all not even gonna feed me. And I saw just a comment there, like, I understand that plates are plates are expensive whenever you decide to get a caterer or whatever. But at the end of the day, you still incorporate everybody that's gonna be there. Yeah. I'm not gonna be
going to the wedding at first, and then they asked him to take the picture. So he was invited. And he would have had a plate, right? But
I didn't remember.
Okay.
Either way, it's one person. So if you're struggling with being able to feed one other person and somebody that's doing something for you already all on the strength of the relationship,
$200,
$250 for like a day.
Yeah, well,
10 hours or something like that.
Well, whatever that was, I think that was the initial request. Yeah.
Would you have deleted the pictures or would you have given them the pictures?
I would have held on to them. I'm not giving y'all these.
Okay.
Until y'all pay me some more money.
Okay.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lead him.
But
he must have been that mad. He must.
That's what I'm saying. He must have been
really
to that
deleted
point.
Them shit on the spot.
My thought was, it's like, hey, I'm gonna delete these pictures. You know, are you cool with that? And the guy's just like, whatever.
Cool with that.
They didn't say that.
I'm just go down like that.
No, I'm just saying in my head because he says he's deleting them in front of him. So you can delete them in the car. You can delete them at home. So he's showing them like.
So it must have been. It must have been
He was trying to make a statement.
It had to have been like a back and forth, and he tried him. Like whoever the person was, like, oh wait, you're gonna play me? Like I think some pride probably went into that too. Like hell no. Like
he was going off emotion and just said fuck it and deleted them.
Okay.
But like you wouldn't even let the dude go get something to eat or say, hey, we don't have a plate for you, eat or something.
Well, see,
I just find it so hard to believe that you would plan for somebody to be there for 10 hours and not only not feed them, but then not let them go eat.
This is the thing about it. Because at first when I saw the headline, I was like, the photographers, what? Like, you're here for work. Like, granted, I would feed like anybody that I would have helping me. But like, I'm thinking like, if it's not like in the contract, then no, you're not entitled to food. But then when I read the actual articles on Reddit, I was like, oh, I'm totally with the photographer here. And then on top of that, it's like, what kind of friend was this? Because were you initially invited to the wedding anyways? If you were, you should have been guaranteed a plate. Yeah. So it's like, you're already doing this person a favor. You didn't want to do it. You expressed you didn't want to do it.
He said that I'm not even like a photographer. Like he said, I take pictures of like something else.
Like dogs or something like that.
Yeah. Like y'all really that desperate? You couldn't give me a plate?
You know?
I'm doing you a solid.
I could be at the wedding.
Could you imagine being drenched in sweat? You've been following the couple, following the family members, whatever, and you see this food and they're like, nah, you can't have it. And no, as a matter of fact, you can't go to Wendy's up the street and get more water and more food either. Yeah. Like, no, it's crazy.
No, I was with you too though, because when I first read it, I was like, he's a photographer. Like, but then I read the amount and like how everything came out. I was just like, wait a second, y'all. Don't be.
And it's nothing for you, especially in nowadays and age, to just, oh, you're hungry? Oh, we don't have a plate for you. You know, maybe we can get you something DoorDash, Uber Eats, something, order $15.
Maybe this is in Wisconsin. I don't know. Somewhere where they don't have Uber Eats is readily. I don't know. I'm just putting.
Maybe
it was hypotheticals. Wild.
You know what? Yes. It was a wild and it's just like I almost need the couple to come out.
Yeah. What's that version of the story?
Because what's going on?
Yeah, I'm curious too.
He was fed in the morning, the afternoon, and he wanted a third plate.
Right, like something like that. Like I need to know what happened because clearly y'all was going back and forth about something silly, and y'all got mad at the boy. And he was like, I'm sorry, I'm deleted him.
Yeah. I saw a tweet. It was like, these women black folks, because black people will get mad at you for not eating.
Yes. Like, you don't want that? Why not?
Like, you're not hungry. No, you need to eat. You've been here how long? No, you need to eat something.
Especially a wedding, because you got probably older people there. Like, you didn't, okay, here's the plate.
Well, we have so much food, we got to get rid of it, I'd be like, why does it feel like a bird?
Leaving with trays.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know if I've ever been to a space like that where you were just denied a plate. Like initially, yes, that stuff is expensive, but it's like, please eat. Like people not gonna have an event like that and just whatever.
Yeah, I don't care how much I'm paying a photographer because I want to say on average, you're gonna pay upwards of $1,000, maybe even more, depending on the package that you want, for your wedding. So, that is a lot of money, but like I have food here, you're working 8 hours, like just like with your job, they're paying you to work, but you're still guaranteed a break. So like,
you're the photographer. What would you have done?
Me?
She be. Oh, yeah. What would you have done? What would you have done?
I would have probably, I like to think I would delete the pictures. I would have probably just held on to them. Because my boyfriend, we talked about this, and he was like, you know, on a wedding, like you're stressed, you're whatever. So like maybe the bride and the groom has some other stuff happening or whatever. So maybe I'll hold on to it and wait for an apology. And I'm like, okay, well, I can give you these pictures or something like that. Make sure I got my money. Did they give the money up front or is it later, whatever?
Yeah. But that plays a role too. It's just like, you know what? At this point, I might be mad, but you know what? Maybe I'll just give them what they paid for. Because you ain't paid for 8 hours worth of pictures.
So if you gave me some money, then I'll go ahead and give you what I have. But yeah, if I didn't have the check yet, no, not at all. You're going to have to call me. You need to be on bended knee.
Yeah.
Asking for an apology.
I feel like that's probably what I would actually do, but hearing the story, it's just like, I don't blame the man.
At all.
I don't blame him. Okay, so we have next up Tesla. Woo, they have been ordered to pay $137 million to a former employee. This employee, I forget what their exact position was, but let's say it was like a blue collar level, right? So they're not an executive. That's not a shade. I'm just saying, like, I don't know if they were a doorman. It was something that they were where they would have to interact with the people that would come into the office, and they heard a lot of like racially insensitive like comments, and there were like people doing like demonstrations of like mockery. I don't know, just all kinds of stuff. I believe he reported it to HR, who I think the head of HR was a black woman or is a black woman.
Right.
They kind of just swept it under the rug. And so, yeah, he has put out a lawsuit and he won. So $137 million, life-changing for sure, going to this brother. So congratulations to him.
Man, round of applause.
When I first heard that, I was like, did they steal someone's intellectual property or something? 137? But for you to say it was just, they was just talking shit about the janitor or something like that. That's crazy.
So, like, I wonder, like, what all, like, what it actually was, right? Like, what all were they saying? Enough to settle on that amount?
Right, that part. I'm
how
gonna.
Much he initially asked for.
I mean, I guess when you're going up against a big dog like that, though, it's probably like, okay, fine. It's 137, okay.
Yeah. Let me look up this to get a little couple of facts for you guys. Yes, this is him. I think he might be Afro-Latino, actually, because his last name is a Latin last name, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, Diaz is his last name.
So you're just trying to look out for people, is what the story is saying.
I guess so. He filed this lawsuit back in October of 2017. He was working for Tesla from June 2015 to July 2016. Damn, wasn't even there a full year.
I see
or
what
barely
you're doing
a year
for others, because at that point I just got there.
Look, he says coworkers called him the N-word. He was told to go back to Africa. He saw racist and derogatory images that were left around the factory.
So he was just doing the most.
Tesla was killing investigations.
Where was this at?
That's a good question. I almost feel like this is somewhere on the West Coast, but I could be wrong on that.
I thought they were in California, or they like recently moved or something like that. But okay, I get it now.
South Africa.
Now, the vice president says, we strongly believe that these facts don't justify the verdict reached by the jury in San Francisco. We do recognize that in 2015 and 2016, we were not perfect. We're still not perfect, but we have come a long way from 5 years ago. I don't give a damn. Where y'all at now? I found this back then.
Yeah. Right.
So you need to pay me yesterday's price.
Yeah, shout out
today's
to
price, because today's today.
Well, whatever. The point is, you need to pay me what I would have been getting from y'all's behavior then, not how y'all have grown today. So cut the check. Shout out to this brother.
Stand up for yourself at work is what that said.
Man, you hear people getting much, much less for enduring so much more in regards to years. Yeah. This brother did 12, 13 months there.
Yeah, he said, oh, okay, how many times I got to report this?
I'm done. You pay me.
Yes.
Wow.
So what was really going on in just a year span?
Listen, I could do a lot with $137 million.
Man, let me start thinking about my experience. Let me make sure that I
start thinking back. That did make me a little uncomfortable.
In 2010 when I was at the gym.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Okay, Adele, she has some new music out. Are you guys gonna check it out?
I'll definitely check it out. Isn't she like with some man now or something?
Girl,
maybe
don't even get me started on Adele.
That's what I was gonna say. Somebody said she was happy.
She has been dating some brothers. This is the second one that we know of. She started dating Skepta and started doing all the Jamaican stuff.
Yeah,
all of a sudden.
I saw that.
You know, some artists are like that, where maybe it's a lot of artists where like they kind of go with wherever they are in their life, and that's exactly the kind that you will get. Like Sierra, for example, when she was the type, whenever she was with somebody, you knew because she would put them on forefront in her videos, showcasing.
Hey. You know, I will say Adele is not my favorite. And I think that her voice is fine. I think I'm just, like, after her first album, what was that called? 19, I think? I really enjoyed that. But, like, the Rolling in the Deep era Adele is just not that's just not my cup of tea. So it's like, it's cool on the Target commercial or wherever you see it or whatever. But, like, me really bumping it, not for me. But I know people love her. They adore her. Shout out to Adele.
And then what was the last one she had?
Don't know.
I forgot the name of it. What was the
single from that?
Hello? Or
maybe it was Hello. I feel like that was about 3 or 4 years ago. She really do be putting out music about every 3 or 4 years.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Hello,
but what was the album that she beat out Lemonade for? Whatever that was.
It may have been that one
25.
actually.
Yeah, it was either Hello or 25, I feel like. Or wherever Hello was.
Let me go to Adele's discography. Yeah, I think it was 25, and that was in 2015. Wow. Yeah, because Lemonade came out in 2016.
What was the single off of that?
25 is Hello.
I don't even remember much else from that album. They loved Hello so much.
We ain't bunning these kids no more. I don't know what that was called, but I did love me some 2011 21 Adele too. Rolling in the Deep wasn't my song, but I did love
Someone Like You.
Yes,
that was my song. Okay,
that was my
song.
That song. Yeah, and I did like Rumor Has It. Okay,
Rumor Has It.
Yeah. But Hello was not for me.
It was just, I knew that it was just a big song. Like, I knew that everyone loved it. I was just like, oh, it's not on the same level. It's just her.
When I tell you, she does numbers. Like Taylor Swift numbers.
Yeah.
You know?
And she'll be like, I'll catch y'all when I need to catch y'all because I'm good off of this. Y'all keep listening to that.
So it's been 6 years since she put out some new music. So we'll see how this goes.
We'll see. But you know, everybody's always on that bandwagon. She's happy now, so the music.
So yeah,
we'll see.
I'll listen.
I mean,
we'll see what this one's called. Maybe 30.
Maybe.
I think her albums come out a year or two after the age that she does it. So she's probably somewhere around 32, 33 now, if I had to guess. So maybe it'll be 30 for when she was going through her divorce.
So
it might be.
She does
came out with 19. She seemed 29. You know,
I think she was like 21 when 19 came out.
Not
like
29.
Older, like just has an old.
She does
vibe.
Have an older.
Even the voice, even the way she's marketed as, like now
definitely
it seems like
how
she
she's
should
marketed.
Be a 40-year-old woman. And she's about to be
low
30.
Key.
So hopefully they don't do that. Hopefully they don't continue like trying to make her older though. Just because I know.
But the older demographic does love her too. Though.
She's 33.
She's 33.
She's 33. I think she got divorced maybe or separated at least 2 or so years ago. So yeah, it probably will be like 31 or 30 or something like that.
Well, this might be slapping.
And whatever she was riding at that time, May 5th, 1988.
1988.
So she is 33 from this year. Still got 6 months left. 7 months. Okay.
They love that bounce version, though.
Okay. Oh yeah. I like that one too. Okay.
Now.
I wonder if she approved that. Does she have to? Because I feel like some people just be taking stuff.
I don't see why she wouldn't.
No. I'm saying, like, did they go to her and say, you know, we really like want to take this? I feel like they was just like, it's a good song. Add this to it.
I think as long as you don't make money from it, you're fine. So like, if it's like a DJ mix kind of thing and they just put it as a mixtape, she's good.
Okay.
Once you start making money, that's when they come and they're like, I need some money.
I wonder.
This.
It's definitely on Apple Music.
Oh, it's on Apple Music?
It is.
Oh,
so she probably is. She probably is on it. Yeah.
Okay,
you know, she gotta win us over.
Okay.
All right, my bad.
Okay, this is the last thing, and this kind of hit close to home for me. There was a shooting at Timberview High School, which is in Mansfield, Texas, which is in the DFW area. There was a kid who they say was getting bullied. Mm-hmm. He was getting beat up, allegedly, and so he went, I don't know if it was in his backpack or his pocket, whatever. He pulled out a gun and started shooting up the place. There was 4 people that were injured, one being a 15-year-old boy who I think has 7 shots to him. He is currently in ICU. He just went through his second surgery. This is the one that they claim is the bully. There was a teacher, I think, that had been injured. I'm not sure if they were shot or not, but they were fine. There was a pregnant woman that slipped. Oh, okay. She was fine. And then I think there was somebody else who may have suffered like a cut or something like that. Mm-hmm. So,
you know what's stupid about these headlines? Because I would have thought that he hit 4 different people. The way that they start talking about this, it was like 4 people were.
A good foe.
Yeah, I thought so too initially when I saw it, but
because they said 1 denied care, and I was like, "What? Somebody walking around?"
Right. I think that's the one that was pregnant. Or no.
The teacher, whoever you said,
it was a woman. I think that denied care.
So how many people got shot?
I think 2? Maybe 2 got shot. If I'm not mistaken, it may have been the teacher.
Boy, they made it seem, it's finally a brother mass shooting. And I was just like,
yeah, this was not a mass shooting. This was there was a deliberate target here. Not to say that that's not the case for mass shootings, but y'all know what I'm talking about. Yeah. So the question at hand is, obviously it's not okay to shoot anybody, right? But there's this argument that I'm seeing online of people like, well, that's why we got to stop the bullying and this and that. But it's just like, there's just so much to dissect here. I don't even really know what to think of anything. The guy who was the gunman, he is 18 years old.
Getting beat up by a 15-year-old.
Well, sad day because he's an adult.
He's an adult. This was something that can definitely affect the rest of his life. I see his parents or his family. I'm a bit concerned with the messaging that they're putting out there. So they're kind of like, I get that that's your child, right? But maybe you just don't need to make a statement at all. Yeah. So like they're saying like, yeah, like my son was being bullied and he was this and he was that.
He's
and so
a good kid and da-da-da-da-da-da.
Meanwhile, there's pictures. I ain't trying to be that person, right? But like your son has pictures of him with the gun in the car, just like hanging or whatever, right? Not to say that you can't be a good kid and be taking pictures like that, but it's just like something's not quite adding up. How did he get the gun? Whose gun is it? Clearly, this isn't something where he just took it from the safe at the house and brought it to the school. Like, if he has pictures with himself with his gun and stuff like that.
Yeah. So either you as a parent either condoned it or you really just don't know what's going on with your kid's social media. But he's an adult. He's 18.
He's 18 in high school. Yes. Well, he's an adult. So I'm just like, something's not adding up. And then his family threw him a welcome home party when he got out of jail. They got him out of jail and they threw him a welcome home party.
And was posting it like...
That's why I'm like, this math is not mathing.
It's so much conflicting stuff. Like you want,
just playing.
Not even just a Dallas thing, but I agree because you first hear right, and it's like it's a school shooting, like oh my god, a live school shooting, blah blah blah, what's going on? And then you hear that the guy's black because they released his picture and he's on the run and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, oh, it's not going to be pretty. Like, I wonder what happened because I'm over here thinking like, okay, we got 4 people shot. Mm-hmm. Like, how you going to get out of that? But now it's just, you shot a child at school. You brought firearms to your school. Like, how?
And it's not to say that a 15-year-old can't bully an 18-year-old. But I'm just like, I didn't watch the video. The whole thing is just very weird to me. At the end of the day, regardless of the context, he should not have been shooting anybody, point blank, period. So it's unfortunate. I hope that, I don't know. I hope his life isn't just completely thrown away.
In using deadly force like that, unless there's an apparent deadly, force coming at you or whatnot. But
it's just gonna be hard to get around whatever kind of punishment they're gonna do, especially.
They're about to throw the book at this man.
Does he just go back to school tomorrow? Like,
hell no. He
can't
homeschool or whatever. He might be on.
He might be expelled. He has to be expelled. You just made national news on this. Like, we can't.
So he goes to the next school. Like, it's like, what do you, like, you have to be homeschooled at this point.
Yeah. Because I wonder, because at that, you're probably denied from the district at that point. Like, the district is probably like, no. So then you got to go to another district. I don't think anyone would be willing to
Nobody
say.
wants that publicity.
Nobody wants that. Unfortunately. So he's probably just going to have to work towards his GDs. Like, I'm almost done. So maybe if they do like a remote thing, but what motive do they have to work with him? You know what I mean? Like,
look, my heart goes out to all the teachers out there. I could not imagine. My sister, she's an educator. She has some wacky stories. And it's like the self-control and discipline and patience that you have to have in order to work with a lot of these kids. Like, I could not imagine being a teacher. It's the last period. I'm ready to go. I'm over this. These kids fighting. I got to break it up one way or another. And now somebody is just shooting up my class. Yeah. Like, I could not imagine. So... yeah.
And then isn't there like some challenge going around? Slap your
teacher on TikTok.
Bruh, yeah. I wouldn't be a teacher after that day. I just know that. I know
the day. Because the thing is now, like, I gotta address it. Like, I gotta bring it up. Like, don't try me. Like, what?
Now we gotta seriously.
Like, you have to say it every period.
Like don't play me. Honestly, though, it's crazy. I am so thankful we did not have like TikTok when I was in school, because the students was giving the teachers enough hell, or the subs for show at a lot of the schools that I went to. So yeah, I could only imagine with these silly challenges. Like I'm sure there were some students that absolutely would have done.
But you're more motivated to do it too. It's like people doing it across the board. Like, oh, I could do this.
But the craziest thing about it all is that y'all are actually putting this on camera. Y'all are filming this thing
because everybody else is.
What's the point of doing these things if you're gonna get caught, right?
We've become so desensitized. Remember when we were first coming through with like social media and there was this big, don't put up pictures of you drinking and, you know, don't have obnoxious clothes on because people, when you try to get a job, they're not going to hire you. Da, 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 da. It seems like a lot of that has completely gone out of the window now. And so it just becomes more and more extreme as the years go on. So people don't have a problem.
Maybe because the younger people are gonna be in positions of power and hiring, and they'll be like, yeah, well, when we were kids, is it gonna take that kind of toll?
I think it depends. It depends. At this point, because I think there are so many different things you can get caught up at work. If I'm a sift through your social media, I'm looking for racial slurs. Yeah. I'm looking for insensitive.
You got the sex workers that are getting caught in their regular jobs and, you know, getting fired for having like an OnlyFans account and things like that.
You know what, though? I will say most of the people who were given the warnings were people who were not on social media themselves. They're looking at Dateline or they're seeing an article, heard a story. And so it's like, okay, you're just kind of out of touch. So like, it's just a new day now. Like people don't care if you put up a picture of you with some alcohol. Like,
I just be like, look at how free some of these people are. You know, just on their social media, just smoking.
That's one thing. That's another thing.
You know,
there's still stuff I'm just like, no, I'm good on that. But there are people who literally will tell on themselves, like got ounces on ounces, all the guns.
We are definitely on that in between group where it's just like, oh, I get it. Oh yeah,
that part.
And be on probation.
That part.
I just don't get it, man.
If you don't care, you don't care.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Okay, let's move on into our verses. The question is, have you ever broken up with someone even though or even if they didn't do anything wrong? So like they didn't cheat on you, they ain't whatever. You're just not feeling it. And then, I'm not talking about like a talking. I'm talking like actually someone that you were dating. Like y'all were together.
Like officially titled.
Yes. Has it just gotten to the point where it's just like, you know, you didn't really do anything wrong. I know I don't want to be with you.
Nope, never done it.
Okay.
Really?
I mean, I've been in some serious talking stages where I've just been like, yeah, I can't.
But you know what? To be fair, it takes a lot for you to get into a relationship. So I'm not saying this in a shady way. I'm just saying like you would know if you wanted to be with this person. And so I think for you to get to a point of being like,
I just come home one day, you know, I think I'm out.
Yeah, I don't see that for you.
I don't. No, because I ain't gonna lie. I'm the kind of nigga, I'm waiting on the next big one.
Wait.
Well, no. Okay. So this is with the idea that I have it in my head that I want to break up, right? I've reached that point where I think I'm ready to break up, right?
Okay.
Maybe I don't have the galls or the juice to tell, the chick the truth, but I will wait for that next big one.
Wow. So you would be like unhappy and kind of ready, but you need a reason.
Well, hopefully I can it ain't too bad. If I reach that breaking point, I'll just reach that breaking point.
Okay.
It'll just boil over. But yeah, I'll be waiting for that.
Wow.
You would wait to catch somebody up. At that point, you got to look through their phone and stuff too, huh?
Yeah.
No.
Like, what if it never happens?
See you at the wedding.
Jesus.
Nah, I'm just playing. I'm just playing. Well, you ask breaking up with somebody if I didn't do anything. I mean, if they didn't do anything.
Well, has somebody broken up with you and you didn't feel like there was anything wrong or anything like that?
In a serious relationship, no.
It's not even serious. Like, y'all could have just been dating as boyfriend, girlfriend for 3 months.
Usually they'll just ghost.
Not your
that's
girlfriend.
how it goes. That's how it goes. Well, that's why I said serious relationship.
Okay.
I mean, I haven't had I dated her for 2 weeks. I mean, we were boyfriend and girlfriends for 2 weeks.
I even we have been together. We've been boyfriend and girlfriend for 7 or 8 months. And I'm realizing you know what? I don't think you're the one. And there's no need in wasting time. So
you've done that?
Absolutely.
Yes.
But
after a while, because you get to a point where it's just like, okay, you on both sides, man and woman, like you get to a point where it's just like, okay, this is the rest of my life, and there are things that kind of make me think a little bit like, could I do this forever? Could I deal with this? The whole, 80-20 rule, blah, blah, blah. You're not going to get 100% of everything that you want, which is fine. But there are some things where it's just like, dang, like, I don't know if this is it. And, if you start questioning it, then it becomes a thing of like, okay, well, I don't want to continue this, even though nothing huge has happened. I didn't break up with you because you cheated on me. I didn't cheat on you. It's not no guilt that I'm trying to get rid of, but it's just like, if you're not growing together in the same way that you think that you should be, you gotta let it go. And it's hard for me, so I don't jump into relationships like that.
Thank you.
But if I'm in it, I
have had to do it. Look, you're a nice guy, There's just something here, and it's not even like you don't have to get into a lot of arguments or whatever, but it's just over time, because I do think that when you're dating somebody, initially in those early phases, you have those rose gold, whatever the saying is. And so as that starts to fade away and you start seeing maybe not a red flag, but a yellow flag, and then you really start considering things, and it's like, if we continue, we may get to a point where we're going to get married. And do I really want to be married to you? I thought I did, but now I don't think that I do. And again, you didn't necessarily do anything wrong, but maybe I'm noticing some, mannerisms or some traits or stuff like that. And it's just like, this ain't it. Like, I don't think I want to try to tell you and see if you can whatever, wait.
Because I get to a certain point and I get bothered. Like, do I have to walk through it? Because then it's not you. And then I'm like trying to change you.
Right.
I'm going to tell you what turns me off, though. Like, it'll be like a red flag. Like, how you sometimes might get into disagreements or arguments. I mean, you're going to have arguments with that significant other or whomever it is that you're trying to build a life with, a relationship or whatever.
Yeah.
If I'm like, oh no, this house this motherfucker gonna be. This how you act when it's time to disagree or have a fight or a tiff. Oof. And this the first one? I don't know if I can do that.
And this ain't even that deep.
Right. I just saw a meme that was like, seeing someone or how someone reacts to you when they are upset with you is it's like who they are, like who they are, like at heart, kind of thing. And I'm like, okay, very true.
And sometimes it depends on what it's over,
Especially something, you can't do nothing that's like super, super like crazy towards somebody.
Yeah.
They might act a little bit out of character, but if we're disagreeing about taking the trash out or something like that, and you kind of coming at me with all kind of random stuff,
nah.
No. I'm with you on that wholeheartedly.
Okay, so it's a no for you, yes for you, yes for me. Okay. Well, thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you like what you heard, make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe. Any last words?
Boomer Sooner.
Sure. Are the Astros doing anything good right now?
Ooh, we play tonight.
Okay.
This could be a sweep.
Go Stros. Oh.
What does that mean?
We're up 2-0.
Oh, okay, good.
If
Go
we
Stros.
win today, we could win.
How many do you need to win?
3.
I know that
so
much.
3 games. 7-game series. You need to.
4.
5-game series.
5?
You need to win 3. 3 out of the 5.
Okay, so we only go
7. It's 5-game series in the first round.
Yeah.
7 games after that. So
Ah.
that's why you need.
Oh,
4.
so we're in the early.
Yeah, this is the first. Well, they had the wild card.
Yeah.
But this is the first round for the people.
And how many rounds until they go to the World Series?
So after this, it's the NLCS, the conference.
We're not gonna
finals, and then the World Series.
Okay, well, I guess go Stros if the Rangers aren't in it.
Yeah, so if we win, we'll most likely have to play Tampa Bay, the Rays, and then if we win that World Series,
okay,
good.
Congratulations.
Take it back.
Right? Is that the phrase this year?
Nah. I don't know what the
we'll
phrase
see
is.
whatever it is. We'll have it next time.
I don't think I've ever enjoyed being the villain as much as being an Astros fan.
I don't know why I like that. I don't know why.
Welcome.
I'm not even.
We've been here. If you're a Cowboys fan, you've been here.
Are y'all the villain?
It's great.
But no,
the
Patriots.
Patriots.
The Patriots are probably more the villain in football than the Cowboys.
Was Brad gone or whatever his name is?
No. I mean, like the villain is like the cheater. Like Astros are the villain because they're the cheaters.
Oh.
Patriots
y'all just be hating. Okay. If y'all want to be haters instead, that's fine.
But here's the thing: the Astros were caught cheating, so everybody is really hating us because of that, not because the fans are annoying or.
And the Patriots had the flat ball situation.
Right. Look at me, undisputed.
Okay.
Practices, yeah.
Okay, bye y'all.